How did the idea for the surf park come about?
The idea for the surf park came about, I had a guy who used to shape my surfboards named Matt Kelly call me, and he said, "You got to see this thing I saw." And eventually, anyways, he showed me this video of this wave this guy had created, this idea for a wave this guy had created in this pool that was, I guess to most easily describe it, it's like a donut-shaped pool. And there was an outer wall that had these moving parts, and they would kind of line up in unison and create these like wave, it was like a wave going around the outside of this pool with these pistons.
Right.
And it was, I don't know, I saw this video and my brain I couldn't turn it off. I'm like, we got to make this thing. This is incredible. And
easier said than done.
Easier said than done, yeah. Yeah, long story short, we started to look into the actual technology to create the swell. And we realized that technology wasn't going to be the one that would work for us. It didn't have as much energy as we hoped, and it wouldn't create the wave we wanted. So we kind of evolved the technology from there. The idea of how to make a swell, kind of quietly kept working on it for years and years. Obviously now it's 2016. That was like 2005 when we started this. About 2.5, 3 years ago, my partner said to me, he said, "Look, if we're ever going to get this thing off the ground, you and I need to just put our money up and build one of these things, buy some land, make this wave, see if it works, or you just go out in a blaze of glory, failing." So I was like, "All right, let's just do it. Let's just figure this thing out."
Could you see the day where there's a surf league competition at a wave pool, or even one day in the Olympics?
Yeah, well, one of the guys we work with, when we had a first meeting with him, he said, I think you need kind of like an idea about like your ultimate goal with this thing. And he said, maybe that goal when talking to people you want to work with is, we think this can get surfing in the Olympics. In order to have a consistent, fair, not even for the Olympics, but even for surf competitions, to have a repeatable, comparing apples to apples kind of competition, where it's more of an objective thing and less subjective, then I think this is the way to do it. I think that we could create a good enough, high quality enough wave in order to make the playing field totally fair for people. It's not like you got the lucky wave that came, or he read the conditions right, which is obviously, I think a huge skill in surfing as well. Reading the ocean right, making the right choices. There's a lot to that. I think that does define people who know the ocean better than the next guy. But just to be able to compare the actual skills on a wave, I think it's easier. It would be much easier to do if you had a good, repeatable quality wave. So yeah, I think that we could hold competitions. I think we're going to. I don't even think we're going to. I know we're going to hold competitions in the pool at some point. Maybe sort of exhibitionary kind of thing to start, but I've had literally thousands of people inquire to me, "How do I get in that thing?" A day after I put it online, 2 days after I put it online, because it had soaked in a little bit actually, and I had already had to think about it because I got hundreds, if not more, requests from people, friends, and people I didn't know to surf the thing.
It had to be a cool feeling.
It was incredible. In fact, I don't know if I could ever repeat that or ever have that happen in any other way. I felt like we found gold for the first time or something, like surfer's gold. I don't know what it was, but the feeling was that we had sort of achieved this dream for so many people. They saw it and they were like, "Wow, I've imagined that, but I never got my mind around it, and now it exists."
All right, Kelly, so what should people do?
They should subscribe to Graham's channel, watch more clips from this interview, and
Come on, where's the enthusiasm? Come on!
Send him 20% of your paycheck.
Agreed.
Yes.